This is an explanation of Vatican City, including what it is, where it is, its flag, its population, and more. So let's get learning. Number 1. What is Vatican City? The official name is Vatican City State. It is the world's smallest country by both area and population. It's an independent city-state and a monarchy. The reason it is a monarchy is because it is ruled over by the Pope, who holds both political and religious authority there. In fact, it is the only existing monarchy in Europe. The country's official language is Italian, although many of the residents speak various other languages as well, including English, French, German, Spanish, and Latin. No. 2. Where is Vatican City? Well, it's right here. Vatican City is located in central Italy, within the city of Rome, surrounded by Italy on all sides. In fact, it's right next to St. Peter's Square and the famous Basilica di San Pietro, or St. Peter's Basilica. And for those wondering, yes, that basilica is actually in Vatican City itself. The nearest airport to Vatican City is Rome Fiumicino Airport, which is about 30 kilometers from the center of Vatican City. Next up, let's talk about the size of this microstate. As I mentioned earlier, it is the smallest country in the world, both in terms of area and population. With an area of just over 100 hectares, or just under 44 hectares, it is smaller than even Monaco, which is the second smallest country in the world by area. In fact, you could fit the entire country of Vatican City inside of Central Park in New York City. To be honest, it doesn't even really feel like a country. It feels more like part of the city of Rome. But hey, it's its own country. Speaking of countries that are small but mighty while we on the topic of geography, now would be a good time to mention that if you want to learn about every country in the world, not just tiny little Vatican City then, and of course that includes all the countries of Europe too. Moving on to number 4, when was Vatican City established? Well, it was officially established on February 11th, 1929 with the Lateran Treaty between Italy and the Holy See. This treaty also established diplomatic relations between Italy and the Vatican. It sort of had to be established at that time because in the early 20th century, Rome wasn't exactly being nice to the Catholics living within it. So this treaty marked the end of the so-called Roman question, which was basically all about the relationship between the church and the state. But I'll leave that question for another video. Next up, let's talk about how and why people can enter Vatican City. If you want to visit the country, then you have to go through a security check at one of these doors. There are only 2 ways to enter Vatican City. You either need an appointment with someone inside, such as a tour guide, or maybe you're meeting the Pope himself, or you just want to go to one of their famous museums. That way you can enter as a tourist. If you don't have an appointment and you're not going to the museums, well, sorry, but you're going to have to stay out. The next thing I want to discuss is the flag of Vatican City. This is their civil flag, whereas this flag is used when the Pope travels outside of Vatican City. As you can see, it is yellow with 2 red stripes, with the center stripe being wider. The colors on the flag represent several things. Black represents power, white represents peace, green represents nature, gold represents wealth or justice, and red represents courage, blood, courage, and the blood of martyrs. Now there is some debate over what the yellow stripe represents, but I found 3 possible answers. Some say it represents the gold held by St. Peter in the Vatican treasury. Others say it represents the bars on the gates of heaven. And yet others say it symbolizes St. Peter's wealth after he collected donations for building the original St. Peter's Basilica. However, we do know that the red color on the outer edges of the flag represents the blood of martyrs who died for the church. Alright, moving on to the next topic, which is the national anthem of Vatican City. Yes, they actually do have one, but no, it isn't this song. In fact, it's this one called Eno Latin. Here are the lyrics, and I'll put the translation below. Now, before you click off this video, I would like you to take a moment to smash that subscribe button down below. Join our ever-growing community. Why not? We've got plenty of great videos here on this channel. But anyway, back to the video. Let's talk about the population of Vatican City. Now, we already know that it is the smallest country in the world by population. But how small exactly? Well, as of July 2022, the population of Vatican City is estimated to be around 825 people.
Oh, okay.
That's less than the population of Disneyland in California. Out of those 825 people, 600 of them live in Vatican City proper, whereas the remaining 225 are Swiss guardsmen who guard the Pope and other important people in Vatican City. There are 135 Swiss guardsmen who live inside Vatican City, and the other 90 live outside of it. So why are the guardsmen Swiss? Well, since 1505, Swiss mercenaries have guarded the popes. They were chosen due to their bravery, neutrality, and high level of training. So much so that serving as a Swiss guard is considered to be the most elite position within the Swiss army. Furthermore, it has been customary for the Swiss guardsmen to only come from Catholic families. Now, speaking of the Swiss, Switzerland is often considered to be the most neutral country in the world. Oh, which is why some may consider this neutrality to extend to Vatican City as well. After all, it is the smallest country in the world and is essentially surrounded by a potential enemy on all sides. But anyway, I digress. Now for the next part of the video, I thought it would be interesting to look at some statistics relating to Vatican City. By looking at stats relating to other countries, you can get a better understanding of what a place is like. So let's see how Vatican City ranks among other countries in the world. The first stat we'll look at is population. As we discussed earlier, the population of Vatican City is around 825 people, which makes it the 230th largest country in the world by population. Anyway, moving on to the next point, let's discuss some interesting facts about Vatican City. Fact No. 1. Within Vatican City, you can find the Vatican Museums, which contain over 20,000 works of art. Fact number 2. The official name of Vatican City is Vatican City State. Fact No. 3. The Pope lives in the Apostolic Palace, which contains 1,000 rooms. Fact No. For Vatican City is the world's smallest country by area and population. Fact No. 5. There are only 2 ways to enter Vatican City. Fact No. 6. The Swiss Guard was formed in 1505. In fact number 7. Vatican City has its own mint, post offices, telephone system, radio station, newspaper, bank, and even its own flag. So there we have it, an explanation of Vatican City. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to smash that subscribe button down below. It is free and helps me to grow. Thanks for watching.